What is up YouTube, Ultimate here. This video is going to be about IVs in Pokemon Go, otherwise known as individual values. Hopefully this video will answer all your questions, but if you do have another question about this video, please leave it in the comment section down below and I will try to help you out there. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing we have to do is figure out what IVs do in Pokemon Go. It's very simple. IVs only dictate the maximum CP possible for your Pokemon. So the higher the IVs, the higher the maximum CP possible for that Pokemon. So a Pokemon with 0% IVs is going to have a different maximum CP than a Pokemon with 100% IVs. Obviously, that's pretty big in Pokemon Go because CP is pretty much everything. So I'm going to show you guys a chart that is going to explain this in further detail. So this is pertaining to a Blastoise. The Blastoise at 0% perfect IVs is the maximum CP for that Blastoise is 2,191. If it has perfect IVs, 100%, then its possible CP is 2,560. So as you can see there is a difference. The difference is 369. That is what is dictated by your IVs. Nothing else is dictated by your IVs. Your moveset's completely RNG, and that's pretty much all there is in Pokemon Go. So it's pretty much your moveset and your maximum CP. Those are the two things you need to focus on. Now that we know what IVs do in Pokemon Go, we're going to look at the 95% or above rule, which is a rule that I custom made. It essentially states that if it comes out of a 2K or a 5K egg, you only power it up if it's 95% or above in IVs. Now first you're going to evolve it, then you're going to power it up because you want to make sure it has the correct moveset. Getting the correct moveset plus 95% or above IVs is basically the winner. Moveset is completely RNG, nothing you can do to help it, so even if you have a 100% perfect Magikarp, like myself, and you evolve it, there is a chance it could get Bite and Twister, which makes it effectively worthless no matter what CP range it is. So you're pretty much praying to the RNG gods at this point. Now, why do you do this is critical to understand. When you're playing Pokemon Go and you're basically evolving and powering up anything that's a wonder, 80% or above, you're going to run out of Stardust at a point. You're going to hit level 27, you're going to hit level 28, and you're just going to effectively be drained on Stardust because you've been powering up 30 Pokemon that effectively, sooner or later, become worthless because they're going to be obsolete. You're going to come across... Nice. You're going to come across multiple Pokemon that are 95% or above, and those Pokemon are what you really should be dumping your resources into. Not Pokemon that sooner or later you're just going to basically abandon because you're going to find one that is better. And if you do not abandon them, then you're going to have a horde of Pokemon that every single time you try to power up something, you're going to have 20 to 30 Pokemon that are just waiting up on a power list. And you're going to effectively run out of Stardust. So it's essential that you go off and you basically budget your Stardust towards Pokemon that are going to be worth training to the very end because they have the correct moveset and they have the correct IVs. So that is very critical. So I know a lot of you guys are wondering, why did I pick 95% or above? And it's actually very simple. The reason why I picked 95% or above is because, one, I was finding about 6 to 7 of them per week, and out of those 6 to 7, I would find about 4 of them that I was actually looking for because I didn't already have a duplicate of it, and then out of those 4, I generally get about 1 or 2 that had the correct moveset that I would go and power up. Now, the other Pokemon that basically are 95% or greater that I have duplicates of, I'm basically holding on to for when trading comes around, because obviously, when it comes to trading and battling, IVs are going to really matter, and that's when people are going to actually start jumping on the IV train. A lot of people right now, they don't really care because they don't think that it's that big of a deal. But when it comes to competitive, there's always going to be someone who's going to care about IVs, and even if Pokemon Go doesn't have a competitive scene, still people are going to care about IVs when it comes to trading. So with that in mind, I decide, I'm just going to focus on Pokemon that are basically 95% or greater. That way I can basically save my resources, and if I come across a Pokemon that is 100% perfect with a really low CP, then I can power that up to its maximum potential. As stated earlier in this video, the 95% plus rule only applies to Pokemon that come out of 2 and 5K eggs. Now, there are some exceptions when it comes to 10K eggs. Now, there are 4 Pokemon that you should apply the 95% plus rule towards, but you don't have to. Those 4 Pokemon are Eevee, Dratini, Pinsir, and Scyther. Those 4. The reason for that is because those Pokemon are fairly common and you can get enough of them to where you can actually get a 95% plus on. Whereas the other ones that you're going to find in the 10K egg section are only going to be basically obtainable by hatching or getting extremely rare encounters. And the problem with 10K eggs is that, 1, they're extremely rare, and 2, you're not going to have the candies to power them up. So whenever you catch a Pokemon, it's most likely going to be the Pokemon you're going to be stuck with for at least probably 2 or 3 weeks. For me, I have never found a Lapras. I have never seen one in the wild. I have hatched probably over 30 10K eggs, still to yet get a Lapras. So they're extremely rare, and I would suggest for 10K eggs at least, anything that's over 80%, just be good with it. Even if you get a Dratini that's 80%, that's fine. As long as it's over 80%, you should be fine with the correct moveset. So hopefully this video helped you out, and if you have any comments, make sure to leave them in the comment section below and leave a like. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.